great to be here in Stephenville again. I've been trying to get into, things that people do around locally, just so that, well, basically, so that I can have things to talk about. But this is one of the things I've noticed. I looked at myself in the mirror the other day when I looked at the watch. I looked at my watch and I was doing this face. I saw myself in the mirror and it occurred to me, this is an old guy's face. Very few 17-year-olds. It's like the older we get, the more we labor under the belief that the more you turn the corners of your mouth down, the better you can see. I'm 56 years old. If you don't believe me, look at this. Not pathetic. Where'd it come from, huh? It's not the worst. It's not the worst either. Watch what happens when I let go. Are you watching? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Nothing. One of the things I'm noticing since I'm here, we're at the port there, and I saw a few guys there trout fishing. I thought, you know, I'd like to go. I'd like to do some fishing now. I'd never done fishing at all. I come from a place outside Montreal. It's a farm. My grandmother actually bought back in 1911. She paid like $180 for it. And we have yet, by agricultural means, to pay off the original investment. Well, we never did much fishing on the farm, you know. We'd, every now and then me and a friend would go up to a culvert in the back of the farm and he'd beat the stream with a rebar and I'd stand over the culvert with a cement block and crush anything that came out. But it's not really fishing, you know. I tell you, and I found that, you know, salmon fishermen are fine people in their own right, but a bit snooty about their own particular pastime, I find. You show up, you know, in a river with a bunch of salmon fishermen, you got your concrete bar. And the rebar and the concrete block, they will give you the cold shoulder. You know? But no, part of the reason was that it was a health thing, frankly. I was, about 4 or 5 years ago, I don't know, I was feeling very logy, very lethargic, you know, not interested in my work and just sort of hanging around the house. And so I went to the doctor. He ran a battery of tests. The results came back, and it turns out I'm lazy. There's a lot of it going around. You really should have a support group, but yeah, what's the point? Who'd show up? But anyway, he suggested I take up a sport, which pretty strange advice from my doctor. He obviously didn't know my sporting history. Every time I've indulged in a sport or tried to learn one, it's been damn near fatal. But, I mean, I had to give up curling recently. Curling! I swear to God. Yeah, it was too rough on my, what do you call it, liver. Yeah. But he said, an outdoor sport. Lorne, you gotta go do an outdoor sport. So of course immediately I thought falconry, huh? But apparently he meant some sort of a sport where you know, you got to do something to work yourself. And I've always wanted to try salmon fishing, fishermanship. But it's so hard now because of the language. See? This is the thing. I mean, you're not allowed to say fisherman now. You got to say fisher person, is it? What? Wah! Fisher person. Well, I got the language. I tell you, since I've been looking for my I got this Angler's Guide, 2009. Now, yeah, full of fisher person's references, but now I love the Newfoundland language. You know, I mean, I really do. I find it brilliant and a beautiful sort of a way of saying things clearly. But listen to this. Non-residents, that'd be me, see? Okay, 18, rule, here we are. A non-resident shall not angle for trout in non-scheduled inland waters of the province without an inland fishery license to take trout. A non shall not, a non without. That's a quadruple negative. You know what I'm saying? As far as I can figure out, it means that for mainlanders, trout fishing is mandatory everywhere. That's not right. You know, I mean, Newfoundlanders do not talk like that. They're saying non-residents need license for whatever, but they should say that. They should, you know, put that into Newfoundland, and it would be better. You're from the mainland, right? Give me $10, I'll let you fish. I always wanted to do some salmon fishing. I was the king of fish. Salmon. I figured we were going out west on the other west coast of the country, Canada, and I figured I'd try some of that salmon fishing, you know. And I don't know. I mean, like I say, rebar and a concrete block is all right by me, but no, you gotta have for salmon fishing. You gotta have a hand-tied fly, huh? And it's gotta be hand-tied because apparently the salmon is so incredibly perceptive, he'll be able to tell the difference between a hand-tied fly and a factory-manufactured fly. Oh yeah, and you gotta have the camouflage, all the correct color for the right pool and the right foliage at the right time of year. Once again, as the salmon is so perspicacious, he'll be able to, oh boy, he'll just see and steer away, boy. The only thing apparently a salmon can't see is a grizzly bear standing midstream, you know? I got a blind spot for those 2,000-pound carnivores. Oh yeah, well, that grizzly. Yeah, I should camouflage. I should wear my grizzly costume. That's all I did. Suck him right in.